Welcome everybody, wherever you may be. Welcome to Bad Boys TV. We just had a marathon 3.5 hour match conclude. Magoos Predators defeated Sandy's something I forget. And so they'll be coming off that thrilling victory, and they'll be playing the Oklahoma Outlaws. Both these teams are from the Tulsa area. They're filling out the score sheets. Hopefully they're filling one out for yours truly. This is a fourth place match. Loser of this match is guaranteed fourth place. The winner moves on to play in the semifinal, and then we have the final. So settle in. The rest of the tournament will be right here. For the next few hours. Join me, keep me company. Well, hello from Southern Illinois. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which I guess would be Eastern Oklahoma. Finishing up the team tournament today. Loading the tables on the truck. In fact, as we speak, some of our crew is starting to move tables out. And then we are headed on to the next event. Okay, looks like they're about ready to get underway. Nobody's brought me a score sheet yet. See if I can get one of my referees to... Okay, looks like the Oklahoma Outlaws won the flip. They're breaking in this first round.
Sorry, I thought you already had it.
That's okay, thanks. Alright, so we've got Michael Dayan, and he's playing Jim Rainey. And also for Oklahoma Outlaws, we have Lucky Miller, and he's playing Cecil Jones. I didn't get a description, so I'm not really sure on which one's Michael and which one's Lucky. Okay, Magoos Predators, they have the black gold shirts on. Hopefully somebody will get in the chat room that knows some of these guys. Haven't had either one of these teams on the TV table yet. Okay, he's going to get that 15 out of the way. That'll open up for the 13. It was nicely done. He's got himself out far enough. The 9 comes straight down. Oh, not on these diamond tables. Okay, he's going to want to pull this back. Oh, well, he wanted to pocket the 5, or the 3. He was playing shape for the 6, but doesn't matter if you get shape if you miss your shot. He's okay. I think he came up a little further than what he wanted to, but shape on the 14 is a little tricky. could play the 14 now. That would make shape on the 8 easier. He'd go 14, 13, 8, but little tougher shot. He's going to shoot the 13 first and then get on the 14. Have to be careful hitting a rail like he is. I think he's just about perfect. He can play this 14 down in the bottom right. The 8 passes the 7 into the top left. Alright, this 8 ball to give Magoos Predators a early lead. And it's 1-0. Well, I think he was wanting to come down into these balls, or at least into the 8, and he came around it and got in behind him, so gonna have to kick at the 13. And just making sure he had ball in hand before he picked it up. Always a smart thing to do. Once you pick it up, it's too late to go back. Seen so many players think they have ball in hand, walk over there, pick up the cue ball, and then the guy goes, oh no, hey, I fuzzed it, or there's something you missed. Now you fouled because you picked up the cue ball. Well, he used all that pocket that time. Alright, but he set himself up nicely for a breakout here. He can shoot this 4 in the side. Come into the 2. Just wants to make sure he doesn't knock the 8 in the corner. That was nicely done. Now he can shoot the 1 or the 6. Actually, it looks like he could probably shoot the 6, use the 13 to stop for the 1 on the side, the 2, and then the 8. looks like what he's going to do. Very nicely done. And he's got this 8-ball for a 2-0 lead. No, and he dogged it. Just overcut it right into the rail. Well, he won't be happy with himself there. If he ends up losing this game, which he very well may, he's going to feel like he gave it to him. All right, 10 does go by the 8, or excuse me, the 13. I'm not as blind as I sound. All right, and tap this 8 in, and we'll be tied at 1 with a little gift. Alright, so I believe we've got Ken Griffin here at the table for Magoos Predators. And he's playing Patrick Kuykendall for the Oklahoma Outlaws. Well, the sound you're hearing in the background is a pool table being pushed out through the hallways out to the truck. We flip it down onto a forklift and then put it up into the truck. Yeah, we're getting quite a mess down here on this bottom rail. Okay, bumped the 1 out nicely. He would really love to come down here and break out that 5. Okay, I think he's going to try to get to the center table and use the 3 to break out the 5. Certainly wouldn't do it from there. Alright, so the game up on the small table just ended. And that was the Oklahoma Outlaws up there. These shirt colors on the cameras are very close. Makes it tough if they're facing the camera and not shooting away from it. Who's who? They both kind of look black, although the Oklahoma Outlaws are more of a kind of a gold gray. I don't know. Okay, he's going to try to play safe off the 12 here and move that 13 out. Okay, move the 12. Nothing wrong with that. I think we can go rail first though and hit the 5. But then you're going to open up the 13. Okay, they're going to get referee to watch this. Pretty tight quarters. And Dwayne is called a foul. And the 8-ball is down. Oklahoma Outlaws takes another one. They now lead 3-1. Chat room is very quiet. Now his concern in this rack is he's got to get over on the short side of the 1. I think he'd like to do that right here. Well, nope, he just played safe. Guess he's hoping to maybe get ball in hand. I don't really like playing safe though with a ball sitting right in a hole like that. Most people can kick. He may not even have to kick. It looks like he can see part of this 14. He's looking to see if the 14-1-15 combination is on. Doug Woo. Yes, quiet as a church. We're in Pool Church. Sermon right now being brought to you by the Reverend Brett. Alright, he's called the 15. We had Doug as a guest commentator in here. He did a great job. It was a lot of fun. Wow, that was nice. I'm not sure if he played that way. It almost looked like he did, and that was a tremendous shot. He's going to have to come with another pretty good shot here on the 14. Can't just draw to the rail because there's a big old hole in the rail called a side pocket. The winner of this match will play It Rolled Off. Okay, so Oklahoma Outlaws stretches their lead to 4-1. And waiting in the finals in the hot seat is Bull Shooters. Okay, two's down. He's set up nicely for this 3. And then he's got an 8 ball that's a little bit tight. Looks like he may draw this up to the top rail. Well, no, he just drew it in behind. Wow. Okay, apparently there's a window there. From my monitor, that does not look like a window, but he shot it. Just called the 8 in the upper right-hand corner. And he could see a lot better than I could. Magoos Predators get one back. Makes it 4-2. Yeah, Dante, it is a little quiet. It's hard for me to just find stuff to talk about when I'm all by myself. Rest of them are wheeling tables out down the hallway and out to the truck. Where they're flipping them onto a forklift and setting them in the truck. You thought there were no payouts for the silver team division? Well, I don't know who told you that, Doug. There's thousands of dollars being paid out in the silver team division. They didn't have a trophy division here. It was all had the gold and the silver men's, and then they just had one division in the women's for teams. I don't think everybody'd want to play the hours they've played for 3 days for a trophy or a jacket. I wouldn't. I want some cash. Yeah, there's definitely payouts for this division. And you can go on CTS on demand, which you can find at badboysbp.com. Click on online brackets. You can see how all these teams did, how your favorite players did. All the results are there. If somebody owes you money, you can look on there and see how much they won. Oh my goodness, how's that 7 holding up? Not sure what that 7 is sitting on.
One of these is empty and not being used. This one, the drinks.
Ah. Bring me a drink. Alright, missed that 8, so we got another chance at these solids. Not sure if he can see the 1 or not. He may be hooked by the 3. He's kind of looking at the 3 like that's the only ball he can hit. Okay, he's played a nice safety, tucked it in behind the 5. He wants to be careful not to get his solids bunched up, because when he does get ball in hand, he wants to be able to shoot them off. And he's got ball in hand. Looks like he's going to start with the 1. Wow. Better be careful. Even he was smiling at that. It's like, oh, he took ball in hand. He almost missed that. Well, I would have saved this till my last ball before the 8, but he's going to shoot it now. And then he's got the 7 hanging in the side. Okay, he's come out a little short on the 2, but should be okay. And he's finally nicely on the 5. come across for the 8. This would pull Magoos Predators to within 1. And he does. Alright, he's lining up the 1 rail kick for this 8. I suppose he's playing it in the side. Well, and after all that lining up, didn't even come close. Looked to me like he was going to go long, and he did. Alright, so Magoos Predators here have 3 solids and an 8. They're all out in the open. And he's come up a little short. Alright, nice recovery there. This 8-ball would tie it up. He's missed it, and it's going to go all the way up table and drop. All right, so Oklahoma Outlaws gets a freebie there. They now go ahead 5-3 instead of it being tied. Some big shots here at the end of games that this turns out to be a close one. Some of these guys are going to look at some of these early games they really could have had. They should look at them. What usually happens is everybody looks at the guy who lost the last one, the Hill game, or the these are just as important as that one. Okay, looks like he's going to play safe here. He's going to get this 11 off the bottom rail. Checking to see if it's froze. Well, I think he wanted to put him a little further behind the 15. He should have. He's left a pretty easy one rail into the 5. Yeah, they hit that way too full. Alright, you're on the 14. That was your problem ball. Gonna have to back cut it a little bit, but if he makes this, he should have great shape. Well, good evening, Gunslinger. Welcome. All right, nice shot. He's perfect on the 15. All right, this 8 ball to stretch Oklahoma Outlaws lead. And he does. 6-3. And they're at the table on this table. Okay, we got 13 inside. Look like we can come up for the 11 in the right side, 15 in the top right. Sets up nicely for the 8. Okay, he's drawing back for the 15 now. He's pretty straight. Okay, he's got on the 11, but the cue ball's going to be headed away from the 8. He's got a lot of traffic to navigate going down the table and back up for the 8 ball. Bad Boy's going to bring shirts. Yes, Wayne, we have limited shirts. Boy, we've been selling the heck, but I think Rick just put another order in for some more of the UTG shirts. Sales have been better than he expected. Wow. Made sure he went into him hard enough to not get hooked behind him. And he's got a shot at the 8. And Oklahoma Outlaws now leads 7-3. So race to 13. We're a little behind. This was supposed to be the 4 o'clock match. It didn't get started until about 5:45. It's pretty close to 6 o'clock, I think, before it got started. Yeah, Doug, that's something you definitely want to take up with them. If their entry form said one thing and they did another, then all right, that was a nice shot. He's on the 3, nice. It's the 4 that he's going to have to be really concerned with here. It's covered by the 11. Well, I think he's trying to run into that 14. Missed it, and now he's hooked up behind the 10. Didn't have to hit it near that hard. I don't know, Doug. We had 68 teams in the mixed silver, and with races to 13, there's no way we could handle too many more teams. We're gonna be running till the wee hours tonight trying to get this division done. It was definitely their biggest division in the teams. All right, Magoos needs this 8-ball. They've let a couple get away here at the end. They need to roll this up the rail. Just like that. And the Oklahoma Outlaws say not so fast. We'll just put one up ourselves. It's now 8-4. Well, he made a nice cut on the 11, but flushed the cue ball down the side. So ball in hand coming up. Looking to see what can I do with this 3 ball that's buried in here. And it's got no pocket. He's going to have to shoot the 1 and move the 3. Yeah, that's what he's looking at now. Meanwhile, looks like we're getting down to the end over here. I believe this is a break and run. If he completes this, he's got the 7 and then the 8. He's going to want to draw back right here. And he drew it, not as far as he would have liked. He's got a shot on the 8. It's just a little tougher than what I would like, but we'll see. Seen some of these guys just spear these in this week, and I've seen easier ones missed. Oh, he speared it in, but let the cue ball get away from him, and it went. Yeah, they just both dropped about the same time. So Magoos Predators get a freebie here. Kind of gave one of the ones they got given to them back. Don't want to do that. Well, I think he'd like to be a little straighter, but should be okay here. Yeah, he was able to hold the cue ball up and not get over there around those 4 stripes. He rolls this in. He'll pull him to within 8-6. And he does. Well, thanks for watching our live feed. It would be a real bummer if we had this on and nobody was watching. We're glad you enjoy it. We enjoy bringing it to you. Do us a little favor and hit the like button down there, the little thumbs up. And that lets YouTube know that you're interacting with us, and lets our sponsors know that people are watching our live feed and our videos, and it allows us to keep it free. We'll let the sponsors pay and not the viewers. Alright, that shot worked out pretty well. Okay.
Places is?
4th. That's the 4th. It's gonna be a while.
Sounds like the finals we're talking about splitting or something. Can't believe they take this long.
Yeah, I never thought they had a trophy division here either. Definitely sounds like they need to update their guidelines if that's what they say. Because that's not what they do. Associations are a tough thing. They're usually run by volunteers. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work when you're getting paid. And it can be kind of a thankless job. Kind of like running tournaments. Now the associations and promoters just need to trust the people who do this for a living and are out there all year long and put the responsibility of a successful event on them. Sometimes promoters try to be a little too involved. Well, yes, you did, and I appreciated it. When I say thankless, it's usually from the players. They're like, "Oh, the races are too short. Oh, we're playing too long. We need a break. Why are the matches behind? You guys don't know what you're doing." We hear it all. The funny thing is, longer races and more breaks are exactly the opposite of each other. Well, he made a shot and froze up to the 4. Thanks, Jeremiah. We've only got one on mine. Rick's loading pool tables. Well, I think that's going to hurt. Can't give this young man ball in hand on a wide open table and expect good things to happen for you. Been watching him. He moves the cue ball pretty well. All right, so each team scores a victory. And we go to 9-7. Magoos Predators made the 8 on the little screen up in the corner. And Oklahoma Outlaws got the 8 ball on this main table. Team It Rolled Off is waiting for the winner of this one. I'm sure they'll take 10 or 15 minutes after this game, fill out score sheets and stuff. And we'll be right back with more action all evening long. Yeah, that was kind of a glancing blow. A ball did go down, though. Wow, White Wolf 12. Welcome from Puerto Rico. Nice to know we've got fans there too. Nice to know you have power there. Aha. That'll keep you busy. Okay, so Magoos Predators got the game up there on the little screen. And they pulled to within one game at 9-8. Holy smokes, all the way from Oklahoma, Dante, gee whiz. Well, that's cool, White Wolf, that we were able to bring a little bit of home to you down there. Hopefully there's some players here that you know. You got some friends playing on the stream. No, Dante, this is the loser finishes fourth place here. We still have the third place match after this, and then the finals, which could possibly double dip. We could end up with 3 more matches after this one. Could. Alright, he's got to try to do something with this 8 ball after pocketing this 12. Wow, that was about as good as he could do. He was able to break out the 8-3, and he can see the 8. It's not an easy shot, but it's a shot, which is about all he could really hope for. Oh, whoops. I didn't see the 9 sitting over there on the side rail. I was getting ready to shoot the 8. There's still a stripe on the table. Okay, looks like he's looking to see if the bank goes here. Yeah, we had a 3.5 hour hill match just before this one. Magoos Predators defeated Sandy's something. Boy, I tell you, it was the match that would never end. Keep thinking these guys from Magoos, you know, they little more up there in age. They're gonna get tired, but they just keep on plugging away. They get down and they come back. They're crafty. Well, that was a pretty shaky looking shot. Looks like this 9 will go in the side. Kind of a tough little cut. could come around 3 rails for the 8. I'm not sure what he's looking at here. I think that's what he's doing. Or maybe banking it. Yeah, he's banking it. Oh, came just short. Well, that leaves us three in the side, 4 in the corner. I used to think that gunslinger till I got old. Gosh, these young kids are fearless. I say they're not so naive they don't know all the bad stuff that could happen on a tough shot. They just fire it in. Yes, there's 4 teams left. The loser of this match will finish in 4th place. Okay, that was nicely done. He's got about an equally tough shot on this 8. Oh, too much ball. Switch over here real quick. Looks like we're about to finish a rack. Well, both tables. Trying to keep you guys in the action. Alright, some Magoos Predators can tie it up with this 8-ball, and they do. And the Oklahoma Outlaws can go back into the lead if they make this 8-ball. And they do. So trading games, going back and forth. Ten to 9, racing to 13. 15 gonna go. Yes. And the 10 tied up with the 5. Yep, that pocket spit that 11 right back out at him. If you're going to hit it at that speed, you better hit the center of the pocket. And frustration starting to set in a little bit with these guys. They're tired, so they're missing shots they don't normally miss. Pressure's getting to them just a tad. Well, neither player has really tried to do anything with that 5-10 tied up there. This would be a good time to do it if the 7 wasn't there, but I don't think the 7's going to let him go into it here. He may have to pull this back between the 8 and the 2 and try to come at it for off the 11. I just hate leaving it till the end. Well, yeah, I think he wanted to go at it, but he ran into the 7. He's kind of got an angle here, but he's jacked up over the 3. Well, he hit it dead on and didn't move anything. Oh, that's wrong. That's just wrong. No love. He's looking to see if it's froze. Doubt that it is the way he ran into it. And he got the cue ball to the rail anyway, so. Okay, can start with the 1 or the 3 in the side here. The 6 lays good to break out that 5. Okay, he's decided he's going to go at it now. He's moved the 10 out of there. Don't tie up with the 8. Yeah, that's kind of made the 8 funky. He may have to go into those right off the 3 here. He went into those balls really hard. I don't think he really had to. Well, he came around everything. He's on the 2. If it was me, I'd like to shoot this 7 in the side, just bump into the 10 to open up that 8 a little bit in front of the side pocket. Then you've got the 4. But that's me. We'll see what he has in plan here. Well, that's exactly what he tried to do, but he missed the 7. Hasn't left a real easy shot on the 10 though, so we'll see what happens here. Alright, so it looks like Magoos won the game up there on the little screen, which again ties us up. And it looks like the Oklahoma Outlaws are sitting pretty good to go back into the lead. They're this 7-8 away. Wow. Just didn't really need to do that. It's like let's take a shot that's 99% and turn it into about 80%. All right, he gets it in. 11-10. Yep, this is the 4th place match. Winner of this plays It Rolled Off. In the 3rd place match. And Bullshooters is waiting in the hot seat. Well, I don't believe anything fell. No, I'm wrong. I only count 6 stripes, so. I'm going to have to get to McAllister, Oklahoma someday. I wouldn't even know if it existed except for this tournament. And all the pool players, they got a bunch of them that come from there. Hey, thanks for joining us on the stream. We appreciate you guys. It's just amazing to see how live streaming and the internet has really helped pool. You can pretty much watch pool every day, all day. And you watch live pool every weekend. There's something being streamed out there. It's only going to grow with you guys supporting it, though. It's not a cheap or an easy thing to do, so we really appreciate it when we... It's kind of a cool feeling when YouTube sends you like a little $3 here, $5 here for having a lot of views on some of our matches. And when we're not live streaming, go to our channel. We just uploaded a bunch of matches that we recorded at the Derby City. We had Railbirds doing our commentary there because Rick and I were both the tournament directors there at Derby City. And we've got some great one pocket and 9-ball matches there for you. Can hear somebody down the hallway on the phone. Hello? Yeah, we're about 2 hours behind. There were quite a few OKC teams here. Yeah, back alley billiards is on my pool room bucket list. I feel like I can go into a pool room I've never been in and I'll know people there. It's great that you guys support that room, and it looks like that room really supports the players just by seeing all the people wearing their shirts here. It's pretty awesome. You don't see that all over the country. You bet. Alright, that's a pretty good safety. It looks like he's froze the cue ball right to the back of the 13. Might be able to hit the 2. It's hard to tell from our vantage point. But no offensive opportunity. Well, unless he back cuts it. Holy smokes. All right, I'm going home. You guys don't need me to tell you, hey, he's got no shot. Did he back cut that in there? Yeah, I agree, Gunslinger. I think the live streaming is definitely the future of pool. It's bringing it back. It's going to help the industry, the sponsors, the advertising. If we can start getting some advertising dollars in. A couple of billiard industry commercials between matches, or I'm just not totally sold on the pay-per-view. I think it kind of ruined boxing. We used to, when I was a kid, they had title fights on ABC's Wide World of Sports in the middle of a Saturday afternoon, and now it's you're paying tons of money now to watch a title fight, and nobody could really name the top-ranked boxers in each division, whereas you used to, they were like rock stars. Well, it almost looks like the 15 and 11 are wired up into that top left-hand pocket. All right, all right, we're about to. All right, so I was just making sure. Magoos Predators won that game on the little screen. So we are all tied up at 11. Earlier I had our referee Bill coming back here about every 20 minutes or so, give me a score update and making sure I was right. I don't know who I've got in there for referee right now, but they're leaving me hanging. Yeah, I think all these teams are pretty close when you get to this point in a tournament. You don't see a lot of blowouts. And with Fargo, you see more and more close matches because people can put together. Everybody's trying to get as close to that number, that top number, as they can, which I think is great. You got, now in a team tournament, we've got 20 teams with legitimate shot at winning instead of 2. Seemed like in the past you'd hear a forklift in the background. Yeah. Oh. You load in some of these tournaments and you try to go to bed at night and all you hear is that beep, beep, beep. Well, gonna be tough to play a safety here. I think I can hear the forklift, but doesn't sound like it's moving. Well, okay. It was already a foul, so then he pokes it and fouls again. Are the finals played on 3 tables? We'll probably give the teams that option if they choose to, but no, there's no way we can stream 3 tables. So I would be able to bring you what's happening on 2 tables, and that 3rd table, we wouldn't really know the score. We wouldn't know. Guess I could have somebody that would be willing to come in and tell me, okay, such and such won on the 3rd table that you can't see. All right, and Magoos takes their first lead in quite a while. I think they may have led like 1-0. I'm going to poke my head in the room and see if I can get a score check just to make sure that I am correct, though. Okay, this just in. Our score is correct. Yeah, we're going to stream it all to the bitter end. I've heard a rumor that the team in the hot seat was already talking about splitting in the finals, because as it is now, they're not going to start the finals until after 10. So we'll have to see. I don't want to spread rumors that are hearsay, and I hate to see that. Oh yeah, we'll put the next match on right after this one on, and it's all going to be on these two tables because we are moving all the other tables out. There'll probably be about 4 other tables sitting around these that they don't want to bother these matches. I didn't say they are. I just said it was a rumor I heard going around. But like I said, this is the bad part about matches running long and the tournament running too late. A lot of these guys have to go to work tomorrow morning. They traveled to get here. I get it. It's tough. That's why when players start screaming for we need longer races. No, we need races that you can get done in the allotted time frame. Silver division here really should just have been a race to 11. We wouldn't have been near so backed up. Wow, that was a beautiful shot. Oh, and he came back and no love. Okay, Dwayne's up here to ensure this is a legal hit. Looked good to me. Okay, at the conclusion of this match, I'll be shutting things down and rebooting to so that we break up the matches on our YouTube channel. Later on, when people go to search for them, so refresh in a few minutes. I'm sure these guys will want to take 10 minutes to use the restroom. Get something to drink. And we'll have to fill out some score sheets. Alright, that was a nice hit. But he's left a reasonable shot. Magoos has their players at both tables. If either one of these guys wins the game, they move on. This 7-ball becomes a little tougher when you put the "this is for the win" on it. And here's what I love about being out in the hall. I can say things like, "Oh, come on, shoot the ball. We got other matches to play." Could never risk being heard saying something like that if I was in the room. Alright, here we go. Oh, hit it good. Caught the rail a little too soon. Sometimes you can get away with touching the rail on the way up, but well, there's no actual clock out there. Yeah, that's right. They'll hear me when they go home and come back and watch this. All right, we are hill to hill. This is it, folks. You know, and I mean no disrespect when I say shoot the ball, but I think sometimes you can let pressure just continue to build if you take too long on a big shot like that. But you also want to be sure. All right, that was nice. He's got a good chance here. Cut this one in the side, come back down for the 8, and give Magoos there. This is Ken Odom, and he's right on the 8. This 8 ball for the 13. This will be 2 in a row. They've won Hill. And he got it. Magoos Predators win this match. They move on. We'll be back in just a few minutes with Magoos Predators, and it rolled off in the 3rd place match. Thanks for hanging with us. And like I said, refresh in a few minutes. If you click the little bell down there, if you haven't done it already, it'll alert you when we go live. But I'll be back in just a few minutes.